Welcome to the Sykes & Company PA video blog.
Ollin, what are the top pharmacy bookkeeping or accounting issues that I need to know about as a pharmacy owner?
Virginia, some of the top issues we view are balance sheet related issues. They deal with accounts receivable, obviously assuming cash has been reconciled and is reconciled on a regular and continuous basis. The third-party receivables that are adjudicated each and every day, dealing with those particular issues, and I'll come back to this in just a minute. The inventory and the adjustment of the inventory perpetual systems that are hopefully in place for the pharmacies. Obviously, the booking and the proper recording of fixed assets for a pharmacy. And then obviously the recording and reconciliation of the accounts payable, the notes payable, etc. So what I've done really is kind of walk down the balance sheet of items of importance that need to be handled from a pharmacy bookkeeping / accounting perspective, because until, let me go back to the top there, until that bank account is reconciled, until we take the point of sale information, we follow that information directly from the point of sale summary at day's end to the bank and verify the information is in the bank. Then and recorded that information into the system. Then we don't necessarily have our cash reconciled and cash recorded properly. And you might notice that I spoke about following it all the way through the system, because a lot of times it'll get to the day's end report. It gets put on the side, maybe it gets deposited the next day or two. In some cases, I've had pharmacy clients that put the deposit bag in the back of their truck and carry it around for a week. It doesn't get into the bank, and sometimes they get lost. Sometimes they go to the bank by someone in the pharmacy, and the cash is removed and the checks are deposited, and the pharmacy owner never checks to see if the deposit that was reconciled and pulled together at the end of the day's business, which it should be an end-of-day process as a normal process. You just need to verify that information it actually gets into the bank. It's not an automatic that it will occur, and we have seen massive fraud issues centered around the cash being extricated from those deposits. And from a receivable perspective, obviously, the largest unreconciled bank account that a pharmacy has is the adjudicated third-party receivable claim. So when a pharmacy adjudicates a claim, that claim is immediately filed. And even if you have a third-party reconciliation system, let's say you have FDS, Elevate for talking purposes, and let's say most of the third-party payments are coming back electronically, maybe a few are coming back by way of check. That information needs to be verified back to the FDS system on a daily basis. Yes, I said on a daily basis. If you don't do that, then you can't be certain that those adjudicated claims, when they are paid, have been properly accounted for, properly deposited, and properly dealt with through the system. And you might say, well, isn't that what I pay a third-party reconciliation system to do? Well, it is in part, but it's like anything else. It has to be managed. And again, we say that third-party reconciliation cycle is crucial for you to follow on an ongoing, continuous basis by somebody in the office. And once that is set up and dealt with, you typically just takes a few seconds a day. But I'll bet you if you pulled up your aged receivables right now with your third-party claims, you'll see a lot of claims in excess of 60 days. And oh, by the way, if those claims have not been paid, if you hadn't verified they've been paid, you probably will never get those payments ever. They'll just be written off by the third-party system, and they don't let you know that. So the constant monitoring, the constant reconciliation of those third-party receivables is so very important, as is making sure that your inventory system is in place. And we highly recommend that pharmacies use a perpetual inventory system. They scan in, they scan out through the point of sale system. They do periodic cycle counts to make sure that what they have in inventory is valid, and they adjust that to the books each and every month. At month end, same thing applies to recording of depreciation and or amortization. Those adjustments need to be made each and every month. And then the payables process. The payables should be in real time. We like to use a system called bill.com. That's BILL.com. which keeps the payables on a 24/7 basis to the point where they can be paid and authorized very quickly, and it ties right into typically the QuickBooks accounting system. And then obviously tying in your notes once a month with the principal and interest payments that you're making is critical. So if the balance sheet doesn't tie in, every adjustment that you make on the balance sheet essentially ends up on the P&L. So if we have incorrect information on the balance sheet, then our P&L becomes not good information. Our gross profit or our net income pre-tax becomes not good information, and that's not what we're looking to have. We want to really have good, solid information that we can use to plan and be proactive on for tax planning purposes. So those would be some of the key issues that we run into.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.